because he's a young buckaroo ready to spout off everything on the Romeo program. Emmanuel, how are you?
I am phenomenal. How are you today? Thank you for having me, by the way. I'm so honored to be here.
I'm glad you joined us. Sorry we're 5 minutes late, but better late than never. We'll go to the top of the hour. So just introduce yourself to the folks, if you would.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Sims. I am the CEO and founder of In Vivo Exposure and the Eudaimonia Project. So I know those names are like, what in the world is this man talking about? Is he speaking a different language? So In Vivo Exposure.
Say that name because I wasn't sure about the pronunciation. Go ahead.
So eudaimonia, it's a Greek for living up to your full potential. It's a Stoic word, just inspiring people to really live their life to their fullest, no matter if it's going good or bad, right? So when I was in school, I studied mental health and did a dual master's in rehab counseling. And I'm like, yo, people need to heal and it's so easy, right? But it's like, it's not easy if you're not like grinding the gears every day, right? We don't have the tools that we need so that we can really live up to eudaimonia, so we can live up to that high level of lifestyle, because we're constantly being beat upside the head with negativity and trauma.
Yeah. So, and when this happens, you have a way to, I won't say fight back, that probably is to fend off these bad feelings. Yes? Is it a process? Is something we have to study? What is it exactly?
So it's funny that you asked me that, because I remember sitting in the classroom and I'm thinking, these guys have just scammed me out of $100,000, right? I'm like, this is knowledge they need to give kids in elementary school. I'm like, this is really good, but basic stuff. Knowing your own mind, right? The first thing they teach you in the program is know thyself. Know thyself. Go and learn who you are. Figure out who you are, not who you feel like you have to be when it's time to show up for work, not feeling like I got to be the son that my mom wants me to be, or I have to be the daughter or whatever. And you like, I can be me because I know who I am. Yes, we have to code switch sometimes when we go into the office. Yes, we have to wear this different hat. Yes, we have to, but who am I for real? Beyond the name Emmanuel Sims, what would I do in a situation where my life depended on it? Who am I? How do I react to negativity? How do I indulge in positivity? Do I appreciate when people are nice to me? Do I reject it? Who am I? What do I really want? Yep. And how do I get there? And it's really just a thought process. And that's all. That's all it is.
And the thought process, give me like the ABC of it. Now, say I want to come aboard. I want to understand where you're coming from. And I'm a novice. And I'm coming from a place. Let's say that I'm lost in life. I kind of can't find my way. And I'm trying to regain what I maybe once had. How do I go about my business correctly?
So I like that you said ABC. We actually use a term of CBT.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's cognitive behavior therapy, right? So what that is the way that you think affects how you feel. I think I'm going to fail. I don't know if this girl likes me. I don't think I'm going to make the basketball team. Whatever that thought is, you start feeling that emotion and you start feeling like, man, I know I'm not worthy. Well, I think I can't do it, but I probably shouldn't show up at all. It affects the last part of that equation, your action. You know what I mean? I'm nervous. I don't think I'm starting to feel the nerves because I thought about it first. I don't think she's going to like me because I'm short. My hair's nappy. So I don't talk to her. Mm-hmm. So I don't go get the job. So I don't try to further my career because I don't know if the boss is going to say no. Because I don't believe, it's not that they don't believe in ourselves, it's we don't know who we are enough to just be. We're always thinking, who do they see me as? So with cognitive behavior therapy, you change the way you think, it affects the way you feel, and then that ultimately has an effect on what you do. If you know, I can do, look, a player, a Casanova, he knows I'm going to say the right thing, she going to go home, and he does it. He gets it. He's not wondering it. He's like, yup, She's beautiful. All right. Hey, he says what she needs to hear. He gets the prize. You gotta go out for the prize.
Well, as an actor, you'd always go, I was an actor for many, many years, and you always went for auditions seeking approval. Yeah. All right, and you said it, you really struck me. You said, what do they want to see? What can I give them? That's probably the wrong approach. It's what you have to reverse the roles, and you have to give them what you have to offer, because you are distinctly different from the next guy and the next guy next to him, I would assume, right? I mean, it's the same thing with life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We all have individual gifts on this world. We all have I love X-Men because they always pointed out the different abilities that everybody had. Wolverine had an amazing immune system. Like, come on now. Like, no matter what he took, he's coming back up, right? Yeah. Then you got Jean, who dual powers. Not only can she's telepathic, but she's also the Phoenix, which is resiliency. You know what I mean? She can, no matter what, she can rise back up. Everybody had Nightcrawler, can jump through walls. Everybody has a different ability, and they honed that ability. When they got to Professor X, Cyclops, look, give him some glasses. Okay, how you feeling? You can see now? Got it. They focused that attention on that ability rather than, no, Cyclops, you can't see? Well, let's focus on swimming.
Yeah.
Let's no, focus on your gift.
Well, what were your influences? What got you to this point?
Ironically, right? I'm going to go back. I graduated high school. I had no idea if I was going to go to college. I didn't even know about college. And that's how bad it was, right? My ex-wife is like, if you're going to be with me, you got to go to college. And we met off some fluke stuff, right? Whatever. I love her. She gave me my son. I'm grateful, right? I go to college, and I'm also losing my marriage in the college area. Everything was happening so fast. I didn't know people could be mean. I was young. I got married at 19. Let me preface that, right? I didn't know people could be mean, but when you hurt someone indirectly and they think you did it intentionally, they may try to hurt you back. Sure. I started experiencing my own mental health issues. Like, the trauma of someone doing something wrong to me is like, whoa, people would do something wrong to you? I was sheltered. My mother kept me in. I didn't know people would try to, because you hurt me, you don't want to be with me, I'm going to ruin your life. I didn't know that was
very vindictive.
And I got scared, and like, I would do this thing called ruminating, meaning I would plant these pictures in my head. I could see them. I can feel them. I can feel the pain. Oh, she's not going to let me see my son. She's not going to do, I'm stressing. I'm overwhelmed with it. And now I'm panting back and forth, and I'm having anxiety and panic attacks. And I called to my mom because I said, if you don't help me, I'm going to take these pills and I'm out of here. She didn't come help me, bro. She said, if you want to live, throw the pills down here and I'll pick them up, but I'm not coming upstairs. She did not let me do the learned helplessness thing, right?
Right.
I come downstairs after, like, what the heck? Why didn't you save me? It dropped. My anxiety attack just dropped. Cause I'm like, wait, nobody's coming to save me. What in the world? What? Mom, I'm going to do it. Mom, she didn't come save me, bro. So I come downstairs and she's like, you're going to need more than God. And that was like a black approval too. You can go get therapy, right? You know what I mean? I go on campus. I started seeking help. I said, this is life or death. They dropped everything they were doing. They noticed me, right? Yeah. Mom wasn't coming upstairs to get the pills. They noticed me, and they started helping me. Man, I got a divorce. I stayed in school. I got an associate's, a bachelor's, triple master's. Like, I stayed. It saved my life.
Wow. That's when these things have to happen in order for you to make strides.
Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what happened. Emmanuel. Now, I say Emmanuel. You said it a little bit differently. Do you pronounce it that way?
So it depends which character I am. Sometimes I say Emmanuel.
Who are you today?
I'm Emmanuel.
Okay. Emmanuel Sims.
Yes, sir.
And again, we met over the phone. And about 5-10 seconds into the conversation, I said, I want this guy in my program. And that's my audition. The fact is, in this day and age, with everything, we carry this thing. I'm holding up the phone, folks, and everybody's so self-involved. How do we get others to notice us? And how do we get others to actually carry on an old-fashioned conversation when they're so involved in this?
Yeah. Well, you asking me that question?
Yes, I am.
Well, I promise you, it's very difficult. I would visit my brother and I would be trying to spend quality time and he would be in his phone. And I'm like, I did not drive 2 hours for you not to indulge in me. Thinking about how it makes the other person feel. Also thinking about why they're hiding in their phone. A lot of times people may not feel safe in their own environment and they may not know how to say it. A lot of times we don't know how to articulate our pain and our discomfort. And a lot of times when we do, we have bad experiences and we don't want to try that again. Like I try to talk to a parent and the parent is like reacting negatively. You don't want to go try and ask them for $1 again. You might just go steal it out of their purse. But it's like, that's where those behaviors come from. You don't feel like they're going to hear me out. So I got to do something else, or I got to sneak away or manipulate or whatever. So when it comes to people being in their phone, what are they looking at? Why are they looking at it? Why are you avoiding the conversation? Does being impersonal make you feel a sensation? And what is that sensation? So it's like, it's a conversation. And every bad business I've ever had in this world was miscommunication. It was, I felt good, you felt good. I thought we were doing this, you thought we were doing that, but we never said exactly what it is. And a lot of times, no communication, well, that's kind of like one of the worst, but it's like, we're not talking. You're indulged. At least show me what you're looking at. Engage, let you know I'm here and you appreciate my presence. I think that's the thing, just being more aware.
Very good answer. Health, wealth, wellness. I'm trying to differentiate now because I know there are 3 separate categories. Health and wellness seem to go together in my mind. And the wealth, self-explanatory. Does wealth actually come with a healthy mind, a healthy attitude?
So we call it mental wealth, right?
Mental wealth you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's all the same thing. So your body, your physical, your spiritual, and your mental, we believe that they all deserve equal amount of attention. Not, I'm in my physical, I will go to the doctor when I hurt my toe, but I won't go and see a therapist because I'm starting to wonder if my mom needs to get slapped upside the head or not. It's a thought. Go talk about it, right? So, and even with your spiritual, it's like, what are you giving yourself what you desire, or are you denying yourself what you're called on this earth to do, right? So treating each one of those as if they were just as real as the physical, right? So you become mentally wealthy by treating your inner as good as you treat your. If I put this nice jacket on, which shout out to Paul Gordon, my frat brother bought me this jacket. You guys can't see it, but thank you. And if I put this jacket on, it makes me feel better, right? When people go outside, they want to feel good. But the more tools you have in your toolbox, the more cards that you have when someone says, if you're playing Uno, you play Uno? Or you play spades or something?
I played it many years ago.
Any card game, right? Someone throws out something and you got a good card that bounces back. That's what it is. It's like having an arsenal of tools. I don't got to react negatively because I know if I'm feeling something, it's a me thing. Something he said, he may not even said it in the same context of offense, but that word in the sentence triggered me. Artists do it all the time. You get creative, say this and say that, then but it happens in a negative way too. Something from 8 years ago made me think, but just all he heard was the word. And now they're on a whole tantrum. So if you know, oops, I'm doing it. I'm having a panic attack. Oh man, I'm having that tight nug in my chest. Oh, okay, let me breathe. It's like knowing what to do when it's happening so that it doesn't become worse or you don't suppress it and it becomes the dream deferred. You know what I mean? So really just paying attention and being aware of what's going on in yourself. Nobody can really tell you what you're experiencing, but if you have a wealth of knowledge of your own, you can't lose.
I'm curious, what did you get your master's in?
So my recent degree was a master's in film production. So that was after I finished up at Johns Hopkins in education and a dual master's in clinical mental health and rehabilitation counseling at the University of the District of Columbia. So when I tried to be a teacher, and I got a bachelor's in political science, it helps because of statistics, right? You're like, I can help people on a larger level.
Sure.
But it's really just putting all those things together. I wanted to help people And I realized as a politician, it's more so helping yourself. So I left that. I wanted to be a teacher, and I said, okay, I'll help the kids. But in the classroom, shout out to KIP DC, I realized that you can only do but so much. They go home and they come back on Monday, they're a new kid. They're learning from each other, from the behaviors, from whatever they're watching, whatever's being modeled in front of them. So you can give as many tools, but then you got to follow the rule book. So I said, okay, I'm going to help the parents. So I switched into a master's in counseling. I said, okay, if I get a job in counseling, I'll work, I'll make decent money, right? It's not about the money, but I'll work, I'll make decent money. But I can only help about 40 people on average a month. You can see each person an hour, each day, once a week, whatever the math is, right? And you want to hope that you're not able to give anybody your undivided attention. That's first and foremost. And you're going to hope that you can have a major effect. But they come into counseling and they don't know how to navigate through the process. So you spend the first few months building rapport, right? These are all billable, paid. This is money being paid. Now you know what's going on, and you might get it cut off, and you might lose your job, and now you learn how to use it, but now you can't use it, right? So giving people tools to bridge that gap so that when you go into counseling, you mind if I say to your audience, if you're thinking about going to counseling and therapy, right? The biggest thing to know is you are in charge. The therapist and the counselor is your guide. Yep. So you go in there with your
people problem. Don't see it. People don't see it that way.
Exactly. But that's what time gets.
You have to see it that way. You're right.
Exactly. So if you go in with that mindset, you go in with the autonomy to change your life. They're walking in the dark room at 3 years old with you rather than you walking by yourself. But you got to take them to that room.
Do you think, generally speaking, counselors succeed more so than fail? And how do you know if you have a good counselor? How can you say, this woman's for me? I'm not going to be wasting my time.
So I believe anyone who got into the field had good intentions, right? We don't, it's not something that pays well. So it's not something that you would do unless you really want, the difference and you want to help someone, right? So I commend and I thank everyone for all their hard work. I think when you're able to really explore who you are in a safe space. A counselor is not going to tell you who you are ever. They'll suggest what you may be experiencing from what you gave them. If you go to McDonald's and you order things on the menu and they bring you a different bag, that's not what I ordered. So when you go into therapy, hey, I want to work on this right here. I want to work on that right there. Now, there are steps you must go through to get to working on these things, right? So being patient and understanding the process, right? Understanding I got to give her some family history. I need to give him some backstory. I need to open up. When you start feeling resistance, that's that, I don't know if I trust them. Can I really give this? It ain't about them. It's about you. Yep. Shake that thought so you don't start feeling it, because then you're going to start acting out in the session, playing I also threw rocks at my dog, adding stuff just to see if you can scare the person off, right? That's another sign. Don't do this. But if they don't run off, we've heard worse, right? You know what I mean?
That's true. There's always worse.
But don't spend your time trying to see if the person is for you. Get what you can get out of them while you can.
I see what you mean. And one size does not fit all.
Absolutely.
The thing that bothers me is when they treat everybody the same way. It's by rote, like a cookie cutter approach. Now what would you consider, what path are you going down right now? I mean, I know where you stand at the moment, but where do you want to be? Let's say, if I talk to you in about 6 months, are you going to be in the same mindset, with the same path? What do you think? Where is it leading you?
So I've been so blessed, right? By pursuing my goal and actually chasing this dream as a television personality healer, right? It's been opening doors. I'm in the office space right now, provided to me by United Way of Central Maryland. I won a $25,000 grant to fund my vision, my dream, the Eudaimonia project, where we're going to be giving out these resources that I know they can't see, but you can see. This right here has just about every...
We're going to put this somewhere where everybody can see too.
Absolutely. all
Yeah.
the mental health stuff that you can think of in a quick little pamphlet. I have support now at a major 100-year organization is behind me, right? They're passing the torch to us younger cats. So I want to be able to scale it, put it to apps, video game. And you play a video game introduction?
Yeah, sure.
They show you how it works, and then you go test it out. We're going to do that for the intro of counseling. And if someone else does it before me, please be inspired. This is what you do. Find out what it takes to start counseling, right? And then you create a video game intro where people can actually play it and learn how to be in counseling before they actually get there. Just like a video game. Same tools, just keep tapping A, tap E one time. Now you need to learn how to dodge. Now you need to learn how to defend. That's the concept. That's the long goal. In 6 months,
do you think we're way behind? Do you think that the normal, the mental health help that people get out there is antiquated? If a guy gets in trouble, his finances go down the tubes, his wife leaves him, and he seeks out he's really having a breakdown, what they used to call a nervous breakdown back in the old days. And he goes to the phone, he Googles psychologist or counselor. Do you think he's going to chances are going to get somebody decent, or is he going to get the cookie cutter that we talked about before?
I think he's going to get somebody really decent. I think the only time you get the cookie cutter is when you're looking for that, when you walk into the office. If you're looking for someone to not give you a unique experience, and if like, let's say that is happening, right? There's a way to like reverse that, right? If you go in there with more positive mindset than the cookie cutter mindset could be, you can't lose, because you with your authenticity, and everybody's so unique that as you be your unique self, you're going to be seen. Like, not going in there jaded. I got bad insurance. They're going to treat me like I got Medicaid, whatever. They don't notice me. I've been in places I grew up. I had all types of learning disabilities, and I don't know if it's my face. I don't know if they can tell it about me, but I always just had a positive attitude. And I could watch someone in college go right before me, cuss out the lady in front. I come in a little sweeter, and I got further. So it's just sometimes just like, it's you. It be the best you every time you present yourself.
In the last minute, tell the folks where they can reach you easily.
Yeah. So the easiest way is EmmanuelSims.com. 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 Everything you can find about my life, my portfolio, my entire 10-year from blowing up on MySpace as a rap artist, everything is there. All my books, everything you need to know. Any way you can support, it's there. And it's the easiest way, because everything else is like a weird name, or the arts.
Of course. And you're coming back on the show again. We're going to have you back for part 2.
I cannot wait.
wait. Like I said with Dennis prior to you, we just scratched the surface. We gotta really delve in a little bit deeper next time.
Yes.
I really appreciate it, Emmanuel. Thank you.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, there he is. This, when I talk about this guy, you never know what you're getting unless you really give him at least a good 20, 25 minutes to really delve into the thing a little bit deeper, because I'll tell you, you get a good vibe from somebody, All right. Hey, I got to talk to you soon. I'll see you Sunday night.